Get the money, honey. Hey, happy Tuesday. I am so excited that you decided to tune in today. Happy Tuesday. We have a new president. I'm very excited about what's going to be happening with our country. So today we're going to get started with part 4 on creating an ironclad contract and how to do that. And this Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about partnerships. But before I get started on how to the ins and outs of creating a partnership contract, one of the things I want to tell you about some of my experiences being in business and not having correct documentation on partnerships and what that entails when you get into business with someone. So let me just, I'm going to tell you this story. When I first started my business with L Events and Design, which is my design company, we've been in business over 26 years. But when I first started, I started with 2 of my friends, and one of them was my best friend, one was an ex-sister-in-law. And we decided to, well, I actually decided that I wanted to start an event planning company because I was doing stuff at my church. I was working with the New York State Assembly on their political events and things like that. And I just found that that time, I just thought it was just like such an awesome thing to start without really thinking. So, the 3 of us, we got together, we had our little meetings, and we were talking about how we were going to do certain aspects of the business, but we never wrote it down on paper. We never had it on paper. So a lot of the business fell back on me as far as all the responsibilities, getting the clients and marketing and the paperwork and all of that. And to the point where they kind of just like faded out, and then it was just me alone. Okay, so that's why you kind of, when you get into when you're starting your business, you want to make sure that when it's a group of people, which would be 2 or more or 3, because you can have people part of your business that is not in partnership. Okay, but we're talking about partnership where they were on a DBA, and I'm going to give you another example. I did it again. Okay, so I'm getting all these classes that I'm giving you, these tutorials that I'm giving you, is because of the things I've had experience in my own business as well. So I did it again. Okay, so I moved to another state and I went into a partnership. This person, they knew all the people there. They were well connected, and of course, yes, we're gonna do this. And I put them on my DBA. They were on my DBA, but we still had not done anything ironclad, legalized paperwork. Legally, they were on my DBA, but we didn't do anything in regard of what our duties and things were going to be and taking the equal responsibility of the company. So what ended up happening, of course, they abandoned it, because running a business takes a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, and you have to stick with it because it is not easy. So when I went to upgrade our business, okay, when I went to upgrade our business, I had totally forgot that I had them on my DBA. And when we had to do taxes the following year, because we had not had any business relationships, I had to get them off my DBA. We had to go through them signing the documentation and all of that information in regard to my company so that I could get whatever I need done for my business. Okay, so let's start. What happens when you create a partnership? First things first is you have to identify what each partner is going to do in related to your business? How are they going to participate? Like, who's going to be over finances? Who's going to be over marketing? Who's going to be over customer service? Who's going to be over just the logistics? You need to have that down and written down, and also everyone needs to know exactly what they're going to be doing and know how to operate in that particular capacity that they said that they're going to do. Because one of the things I have found out that, you know, when there's a group that wants to start a business and you give people different they have different responsibilities that they have to do with their company, they don't know how to do it. So instead of, you need to make sure that the people that are connecting with you in partnership, they know exactly what to do to help your business become viable, and your business not only be viable, but also for it to grow so they can operate in those capacities that they're saying going to be set forth. So that's number one. You need to make sure you know exactly what everyone is going to do. Everyone needs to know what they're going to do. Number two is when you're doing a partnership contract, you want to make sure who's getting paid what. Okay, so is it an equal partnership? You need to determine, is it going to be equally split when it comes to revenue that comes in? Is it going to be, are you going to own, let's say 80, and then you're going to share the 20 with your partners? You need to make sure that is itemized also in your partnership contract. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is you want to make sure how long is this partnership is going to last. So you need to say in your partnership contract, is this for the duration of the business? Is this going to be for the duration that the business is going to be in operation? Or is it going to be for a certain period of time, and then you guys come back at the table and you reevaluate what's going on with the business? You reevaluate what each other's part is in the contract that's going to, you know, is it beneficial to the business? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so you want to make sure that you have a time frame. Is it for the duration of the business, or is it during a certain period of time? Let's say 3 years. Okay, so let's say that the contract is for 3 years, and then all of you are going to sit down again and you're going to reevaluate. You're going to look at, you know, your numbers. You're going to look at you know, the customer service. You're going to look at everything that you have put forth within this contract as a partnership. All right, so where did I leave off at? I think I said number three. Number four. Now this is really, this is something that people do not think about. Okay, changing roles. Okay, and during the duration of this contract partnership period. Now sometimes contracts can be made, and I always say this to clients that I have. I don't agree with doing contracts to 5 years. I really don't. I think 3 years is a great limit to have a contract, because after 3 years you kind of know, you know, how, you know, to navigate everything, and you can make some different switches and changes. But for this in a partnership, a lot of people may want to change roles. Okay, and you need to be able to have something in your clause. Let's say, for instance, if I'm working with one of my business partners, like I know, for instance, and I'll use Nolan because we done videos together. There's a couple of videos down where, let's say, Nolan is an expert with marketing, okay? And let's say that my other business partner, Michelle, she is not her forte in marketing. She's really good with information technology on the back end, making sure SEO and all that stuff is great. But let's say that they had reverse roles, and during the business, as we're building this business, we find out that there's lacking in the marketing aspect, and Michelle was doing marketing and Nolan was doing SEO. You need to leave room in that contract where they can switch roles, okay? And make sure that the roles that are being switched in the contract on this partnership contract, that you put it on paper, okay, so everyone knows. So like say after 6 months or even a year, you don't see any progress with whatever, that you're able to do that, you're able to switch roles within your contract. And I will always put a clause. You want to be able to give your business some room when you have partnerships, but not so much room that there isn't a sense of stability in building your business with your partners, okay? And then also too, who's number 5? I think we're at 5. Because I be talking. You want to make sure too, if anybody's going to be investing, like which one of the partners who's an investor, because sometimes you can have partners come on board to your business and they're investors. And so if they're going to be investing a certain amount of money into your business, you also want to make sure that your partners are aware that this particular partner is the investor, and does this particular partner who's the investor is going to be getting a return on their investment, and how much and for how long are they going to be, and what is the percentage. So you need to make sure that you have all of those I's dotted and those T's crossed, because what happens is you don't want, at the end of the day, you have a serious problem with your partners, and then you have to close your business, okay? So thank you for listening for this business tip on how to write an ironclad contract for your partnerships. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Mwah.